When we did the table read, that's the first time I actually heard anybody else doing the characters' voices, because for several years now, on and off playing with this script, I'd only heard those voices in my head. So I knew what they were supposed to sound like. And it was really surprising as we sat down and did the table read that everybody sounded like the characters sounded in my head.
Things about the story or how the lines would play, in your mind, it might be kind of troublesome, but once you get people in there and they come in and the timing is right, or you kind of interject a little bit and say, okay, now maybe just say it this way, a little faster, a little slower. It kind of came in. It'll be interesting to see how this progresses as we go through with rehearsals and then, of course, on set.
The actor we cast to play Joe Gillis, Cass, did some improvisation of his lines. And a few of the things he did in there, I really liked, and changed the dialogue to fit what his sort of idea was for that character. It really felt to me like he had gotten into the character and was sort of inhabiting it already.
One of the unique things about this particular film, probably more than any other film I've worked on, is we're being really open and receptive to other people's ideas. It's a true collaboration.
You know, we allowed and even encouraged the actors to improvise some of the lines or to play with the lines a little bit to make them more comfortable.
There's a famous director, Mike Leigh, and he's a British director, and I love him and I love his work. And he really collaborates with his actors, and he allows his actors to kind of bring a lot of the story, character nuances stuff to the story. As long as it's still his story, he's okay with them kind of ad-libbing and improvising, whatever. But they do that all in rehearsal, and then by the time they get to set, that's the story. But everybody feels ownership in it. I think we're trying to do a little bit of that with this film.
I'm only bothered if the change somehow derails the story or alters something important in the script. Otherwise, I really don't mind the improvisation if it still serves the story.
There's this exciting thing that happens once an actor really wants to do a part, and then they start telling you all these things. And it's exciting for us as producers and directors and writers, because we're like, wow, they really like this story. And then you just got to sift through it to see, well, what works and what doesn't work. You know, maybe not everything they're saying is going to work, but the fact that they're already coming up with backstories to their characters, you know, yeah, I'm kind of curious about that too. Like, you know, where did he or she get that, you know, part of themselves from? And then, in a way, it informs them when they're on set to give a better performance, you know. So it's been very, very exciting, I think, for us to have a very collaborative pre-production so far.